Okay, that was just my intro, but yes, December is here. It's time. December the 1st. Love my Sagittarius. I know Laura said we don't get into zodiac signs, but my fiance, December the 1st, is his birthday. Happy birthday to him. Happy birthday, baby. Y'all know I love my Marks. Fiance named Mark. Son named Mark. December 1st, December 31st. Yeah. So, yes. It's time. It's just time for December. A lot of things it's time. And it's December. This is my last semester. Third semester. Yes. January. You looking at a senior nurse, y'all. I made it. Yes, and for everybody who's saying once you graduate, it's still the NCLEX, baby. I ain't making this for to not pay attention, baby. The NCLEX is nothing for me. Once I graduate, I already completed, baby. CNA, 6 months. Ran to the CMT class 2 weeks ahead of time. Baby, I saw CMT. I was like, what you do? What you got to do for that? Like, put me on. She let me join that class. Got that done. Been to CMT, passing my medication ever since. Some tissue. But yes, been passing my medication ever since I've been on this journey for RN. So as soon as I started my CMT, like right after I got right into my journey. Like I tried to start LPN and I didn't pass the entrance exam at first. And then I went and got the book and I went through from the beginning to the end. And I went back. Come on, look who we talking to. I went back and I passed that test. However, I did not get chosen. However, God had bigger plans for me. So I started the RN program. He like, you already doing CMT. You passed the medicine, charge facilities. What are you trying to be an LPN for? You might as well go right to the RN. Like, you already leveled up, so I'm going to go ahead and level you up, go to the hospital. And now you get in the hospital, move around, see what you like, and go from there. So never just stay where you are. You always move around, elevate. Never get too, what can I say? Don't be too consistent or content in one area, okay? So the goal is always to elevate, okay? And so, as you see, I have on my VP blazer. I am no longer Sergeant at Arms. The Lord know I'm tired of the negativity and all that, so it's not even that. A sergeant at arms is basically when the vice president and the president cannot handle situations or cannot help you on a particular situation or anything as far as school, whatever going on, anything, then the sergeant at arms handle it. If things get too out of control, the sergeant at arms step in. However, that was my position. Now, I've been elevating myself all around, inside and out. So the Lord is basically saying, I'm going to elevate you also. So he elevated me to VP. So you are now looking at VP, Vice President of the Student Nurse Association. Yes, that is a big accomplishment. Because, you know, a lot of people will get on YouTube and just be talking and you really don't know if it's false information or truthful information. And yes, so you see, like, this is not just me talking. The Lord is elevating me in other places as well. Okay, so now we already hyped me up. Yes, it's time, and it's Mark's birthday. So yes, I'm gonna hurry up and finish this because I just put this back on for y'all. But I'm gonna get cute for him, and we're gonna step out. even in the snow. It's not stopping nothing. So if I can step out, then y'all better put them onesies on. Y'all like to get cute on TikTok and all of that. Put it on. Get warm. Get your studying in. Whatever the Lord is putting on your heart. That's what the word is for today. Do what the Lord has called you to. Do what God called you to do. You hear that little voice in your head like, I should do this. And then, like, listen to it. I know a lot of times when the Lord is speaking to us, we go to our friends or family members and be like, oh, I should do this, and this. And they can't understand because the word was never for them. It was for you. A lot of times our family members can't see it until it's already happening. Like Thanksgiving was everything. Everything. We had our own Thanksgiving here, and then I went over to my grandmother's house. She is 96 years old. So for every holiday, I gotta make sure I lay my eyes on her, and just throughout, she is walking, talking. The grace of God, like, beautiful. Look at me. My G Granny is beautiful, like gene pool line. Yes. So I really didn't want to go over there because I knew a lot of the family members was gonna be there, and yeah, we love each other, but it just be a lot of everything going on. Like, I just feel like, yes, I'm my mom's favorite. However, my sister and my brother, they need help as well throughout life. And I'm not saying like I'm good, but if I ask you for something, I expect you to come through for me as well as you come through for my siblings. Don't just look at me and how I'm living and be like, oh, she good. Like, the toughest people are the ones that really go through stuff behind closed doors. Okay? So we talked about that, and we're losing my brother. Like, I'm glad that I did show up because it was good for her to be able to see me and my sister and get a picture, and just to be able to see the other family members. And not only did I find, and then like after that, everybody was leaving, and then we normally go to the Boom Boom Room at my aunt's house or the Kickback at my other auntie house. Like, we be lit. Our family lit. It's a lot of us. And like I told them, like, I don't want to go. Like, I'm going home. Y'all can do what y'all do, and I'm going to go home. And my cousin was like, well, you sure? We can just go over there for a little bit, and then we can go back to your house. Like, that don't even make sense. But, no, I'm going home, like I told them. Whatever the Lord put on y'all heart for y'all to do, and I'm going to go home. However, we got everything together, and we came back to my house. My two little cousins, they're everything sensational. When I say the conversations that we had at the table, like, I found out that not only I was in isolation season, they were in isolation season as well. And we can go on to that. Like, isolation is not, I'm skipping some down, but we gonna hit all the points on that board. Isolation is not depression season. Isolation is a time to where you, even if you're not going through anything, like, if you, like, right now my phone has been on do not disturb for this the second week. And when I say I just been so peaceful and everything, like, the Lord has been able to speak to me. I can listen. I've been putting more content out for Nurse Talk. It's been all over the place, but it's another one out here too. Lanes. Baby, I don't got no lane. Whatever the Lord put on my heart, I'm going to do it. And just what it look like I might just be popping out now, that's something that I've been doing. It's just called isolation season. You don't have to announce everything. You don't. But my cousins, we talked about just being in isolation and things that the Lord is talking to you to and not others too, and wanting to do more, like not having a lot of different role models in the family, and for us to be able to look at, like, yeah, they are doing good with their lives. However, the things that we want to do, we are like the first generations to do it. Everyone else either, oh, don't do that, do this, and this. Like, I know we tell a lot of our young generations what to do because we want the best for them. However, sometimes you just have to let people go off and do what they do, because if we did the same things that you did, the results will be the same. If you get that. So these younger kids, young adults, like, I'm in a nursing program. I see these young women, young men come in early 20s. Like, we weren't doing that in our time. Like, but they able to look at us and see everything that we had to do. Like, go to school, graduate, get a job. We had kids. Why am my baby? While I was in college. However, they just watching this. These kids ain't having kids. They out here going to school and they doing what they do. Some of them might not be all the way there mentally, but those are some things that they're going to have to learn during the process. Y'all know I love the process, because in the process, that's when you become who the Lord wants you to be. So let these children do them. When I say these young kids, guys doing the work in them, they getting this money, they are smart. Like, congratulations to all of y'all. Keep going. Keep going. And my cousins, they want to do a lot. And they can use my platform as well as speak. Yeah, I'm going all the way off. But introduction to my cousins. Introduction to my cohort. They're coming. It's not just me that's elevating. God put others around you to elevate. And if your circle not elevating, then baby, maybe you need to go in isolation season and start praying. Because the people who are supposed to be around you, we all in isolation season. So if you ain't in isolation season, I ain't saying that isolation season is not winning season, because baby, I'm winning over here. But it's not for everybody. Okay? And you know, the loudest person in the room, they say, is the weakest. But when the quietest person starts speaking, you better pay attention, because something ain't right. Or whatever the Lord is doing in this season, you better be saying, Lord, don't do it without me. Please don't do it without me. Okay? And lanes. Every time you see me, I'm doing something different. By the time you come looking for me, baby, I ain't even there no more. That's because the type of mind frame I have, I'm a Virgo. Think Beyonce, big. Don't think about the messy Virgos. It can be some messy Virgos. This is not that. Okay? Elegant, smart, beautiful, elevation. God's healing presence. Okay? So the Lord chose me to be a light, and he can choose you all to be a light. Me and my 6 subscribers. Okay? I know I got more friends and family members than that, and that's another reason why I just started off on YouTube, because there's other people that you might know. And when I say the Lord might send you help, or just from someone that you might not even know. Someone that you might not even know might believe in you more than your family and friends. It's never coming from where you expect it. And I heard that from Squeaky Sister. I don't even know her. She all the way around the world, but that's my girl, and I watch her, yes. If she holds something, come see her girl. Next year, I got a lot going on, but I could push some stuff to the side to get into Woman Evolve, because with school, it be a lot going on, but I am just blessed that I am not the only one going through this journey, getting up early for clinicals and everything. I just be like, okay, let me call Naya. I'm going to introduce y'all to Naya. That's my girl. That's my bestie of this cohort. That's my nurse sister. Yes, and also with the introduction, I do have a nurse sister. She is my biological sister on my father's side, and she is a nurse. Congratulations, Nurse Kima. Yeah, we them sisters. Y'all don't gotta know our last name. Y'all just know. Tani, Nurse Talk, Tani. And like I said, with lanes, I don't have a lane. I feel like that the word has always just been a part of me, and it's always been in me. And now I'm just speaking it out, so now you guys know. But anyway, people on my Facebook page, y'all know I always speak the Lord. And it's like, a lot of people be getting quiet. Like, what you getting quiet for, baby? Because when you going through something, the Lord is big on your mind, big on your mouth. But then when you start speaking the Lord, like, people be looking like, you better know. I'm one of God's favorite, baby. If you saw me in a bad situation or something not going well, and then you see me and it's going good, it was the Lord that was with me. That last situation, trying to go take the exam 3, while my brother's trial date was going on, when I say hardest chapter of my life, but when I got in there, like, for this semester period, I bought me a little cute little shirt. I posted, and it say, the full armor of God. I've been writing that on my boards always. My E5, a lot going on my mind. That song, silence the noise. Yeah, I probably sung that wrong, but in my mind, Lord, yeah, my E5, what Sarah J say, you got a lot going on in your mind. Your mind can't be quiet, or you trying to figure out what the Lord is trying to tell you, but it's a lot going on. Ask for your E5. You spell it like this: EFUB. And when I say I would write that on the index card and put that in my room, I put it on my board, like, really help. It brings you peace in the midst of the storm, calms you down, gives you relaxation. Okay? And what else I write on my board? I write the Lord's presence, because, Lord, I will always need your presence. And this is not just what I wrote on my board for this situation. I write this on my board all the time. So if somebody took my seat and they ain't sitting in my seat, my teacher, always on here I say teacher. I don't not say teacher, I say preceptor. Yeah, we was talking about that. Like, sometimes when I'm recording myself. Maybe it was some of my old language that I used to speak, but I've been saying preceptor, so let's get that in there. It's the same thing as teacher, preceptor. But my preceptor, he would look over there and be like, Tinny, what you doing out in your spot? Because he grew up in a Catholic school, so I know that's refreshing, or probably not, to see, to just see that. But I know it stood out to him going to a Catholic school, like, and I didn't even just get close to the Lord through the nursing program. Like, I've been close to the Lord. My granny will always send us to church. And Miss Lola, everybody know who grew up on Shenandoah. Y'all say the Shenandoah. It's Shenandoah. Grow up. My son be like, Mama, where we from? I am from a womb. But yeah, she was the block mother, or I say the hood mother. Took everyone to church, started team sweep, everything, like, grew up with her daughter, Ebony, and Ebony used to tell me sometimes, like, yeah, I'd be like, where your mama at? Because I ain't just come over there for her. I came over there for Miss Lola, too. Everybody loved Miss Lola. Like, I've been thinking I was grown as a kid. Well, I'm coming over there for a grown woman for. But, yes, she in her room right now and praying and crying. And, like, I ain't never understood that. And, like, Ebony, she doing her own thing, and she don't have that spirit like that with the Lord. Maybe she was going to church too much, so you know how that goes sometimes. When you go to church too much, it can be a lot. But I just feel like the whole spirit that was on Miss Lola had came to me. Like, my son be, you in here doing this again? Like, she would talk to us and teach us, and she said the first one who remember and recite this scripture will get a treat. Come on, y'all already know who won the treat. Yes. And it was, I forgot the Pacific verse. Mind you, I was like 7 or 8 or something, but for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, that whoever should believe should not perish but live an everlasting life. And that was a good one. And that stuck with me. And when I say the kids or the future, teach these kids. No matter if you teaching them a lot, they're watching you no matter what. So me and my cousins talking, saying we don't have anyone that's already doing this. It was refreshing to know, well, we can be the first and give somebody something to, have a role model. Like, don't never stop. Me and my 6 subscribers, We are going to the top, baby. I've been in nursing school so long. When I say I would come out for a break, when I was on break, maybe summers, I ain't in summer class taking, girl. Okay, but when class is back in session, I will always go back in isolation season because I can handle a lot of different things. I can multitask. However, I handle one thing at one time. Know yourself, and I know myself. One thing at one time. It's going to get done. Everything is going to get done, but one thing at a time. And like my friend, she just graduated with her nursing license. And she was able to talk to me the whole time. And I told her, girl, I'm proud of you. Like, I can't be talking to nobody, the situation, all that. Like, I tried to, baby. I am back in isolation. I tried. It did not work. I tried, baby. The Lord said, go back to where I planted you at. Isolation season is being planted, not depression season. We not sitting in the house crying. Or maybe if you do cry, baby, after that cry, you better be letting out your CEO cry. Because after that cry, you better get up and do something. And see, like, people, you go to church and you think it's all good, baby. You in church and you around that group. Yeah. When one and two are gathered, two or more are gathered in the Lord's name, something big is always going to happen. But what about when you leave that church? You up in here got your big lion roar, kingdom roar, CEO roar. But what about when you leave church and pull over on the side of the road because you didn't got a flat tire? You get the cussing, clowning. No. Keep that same energy. That's just like growing up. People tough with their friends. But then when other people get with their friends and then they pull up on you, I'm going to say this, that song, Watch 'Em Work It Out, that I be playing by my girl, Jacarlin. I stay missing somebody's name. But yeah, watch me work it out. Ooh, watch me work it out. Watch the Lord work it out. You have to keep that same energy. If you cannot stand on your CEO cry and all of that, you be in church talking all that about the devil, if you can't stand on it by yourself, I don't know what to tell you. You need to go back in your prayer closet. Because that's the foundation. You need to know the Lord in your heart. Know the Lord in your heart. This is my Bible. We've been through some stuff. This is my Sarah Young Bible. I love it. And it is a New King James Version. And when I say Squeaky Sister always talk about Mark 11 and 24. I've been saying it all year. But not remember exactly which scripture it was. Mind you, I just said, my son named Mark. I met my fiance 6 months later. His name is Mark. And talking and everything, like, he was a friend to me. It was more like I asked him for something, he was like, didn't have it, which I already knew. But when he said his name, we were talking about something else. Mind your business. But yeah, when he said his name was Mark, I sat down. Because at this point, we're friends, and he looked at me like, my son named Mark. He get it from his father. So when he looked at me when I said, my son named Mark, I looked like, boy, I ain't mess with your daddy. Ain't nobody want no sugar daddy. We got to laughing in it, and that's how that went. And so, like, the last video when I said that that a lot was going on, it could have went from happy to sad. But that particular video, after passing that test, going through my brother's trial situation at the same time. I just wanted that video to be about happiness. And this one is also. And my fiance, his dad, Mark, he passed away last week from colon cancer. So being a nursing student and finally getting a chance to go over med surge, it was a blessing to be able to help him know what to expect, what to come as far as the CT scans, MRI, ultrasonograms, X-rays, everything, NG tube going in for suctioning of the stomach, feeding tubes, blood transfusions, heparin, giving it to him because he not being active and moving out of bed. So while he was basically on hospice, they was giving him that to make sure he didn't get any blood clots, and then going from just what can I say? Care to be able to save him, going to palliative care and hospice care. And so that was just a lot. But everybody I know, thank you, condolences to Mark. And he loved his dad. And I was just happy to be there for him. But just being on the other side is like, I wanted to knock the bell down. Because this has been going on a lot, and just learning a lot in class, the different options and everything that could have been done. You know, that's why I say, if you're not in your Bible and you want to be a nurse, I don't know what to tell you, because it's good and bad. And it's different departments. In oncology, like, special prayers for all y'all nurses, because it's not easy. It's not easy. You can see the goodness from the floors with the young children ringing the bell. And you can see the sadness of not getting a chance to ring the bell, or ringing the bell and be coming back in remission to where, like, you can get rid of the cancer and then it comes back. So, yeah, that can just be a lot within itself. So, but Mark Dad, he was a great father. And Mark loved his dad. And his father was always team Mark and Tanique. So, like, we cannot just believe that when we lose our loved ones, that is it. Everyone has a birthday and everyone has a death date. However, you will live forever in heaven. So we just must believe that. Also in St. Louis, we are the #1 in homicide. That's sad to even look at. Like, sometimes St. Louis can feel like the new Predator movie, Badlands. Like, however, you can maneuver around and find the good about the land, or the good people out in it, and change your life. Because everybody not making it out. Everybody didn't make it out. I'm going to make it out. I already did. Where I'm from, I'm a married woman. And I don't travel alone. I have my family with me. I have my cohort with me. And I have my nurse gang with me. And you all will be able to meet them. Okay, let's see. Do we hit everything? Do what God called you to do. Get up. Get up, sis. Get up, bruh. Do something with yourself. If it just starts from doing your eyelashes, doing your hair, do something. Start praying. Tell the Lord thank you just for opening your eyes. And nursing students, y'all already know. Get it together, because we got something to do. And while I'm thinking about this, my next December calendar, I am a visual learner, so yes, I put my stuff up. So, Congratulations. Welcome to 100%. January, your girl will be a senior nursing student. And our title is going to be dang, it's a shame I just forgot it. See, that's what I'm saying. Get to it when the Lord put it on your mind and on your heart. Because if you're not being obedient, you can't lose it. And so mine was, all I see is congratulations, welcome to 100%. And that just threw me off, and that's enough for me. Okay, I'm sorry, Lord. Okay, so I'm running on the board. Baby, I learned more than 8 different lesson plans. Topics for one lesson plan. And we're going to get to that, baby. Questions going to be good. They're going to be good. So, anyway, working with Squeaky Sister, ours was, I think I just wrote that one on my own. Just do what God called you to do. So, I titled it here. And then I think I got the one for, what is this? September. God is waiting on me at the next step. Like, y'all want God to do it for y'all. He not going to do it for you. He just waiting on you to make that step and get over there. Like, look at me, working so hard, doing all this and that. SNA, Sergeant at Arms, handling everything in class. Everything. Home, everything. Like I said, flamingos. We are going to flourish. And y'all was laughing at me the other time. Y'all know Mark got me right together. He was like, it is not flourish, it's flourish. Flourish. But you got it. Yes. So, we want to flourish. Right? So, that was for September. God is waiting on me at the next step. October, Squeaky Sister, a fresh new wind. November, baby, that's all me. Nurse Talk, covered by the blood. Because when I say, I kept saying, Lord, why can't I just start doing stuff next year when it's time for me to graduate? He like, girl, everyone needs to know you now. Because by the time you graduate, I already got something else for you. So I need you to do your part. So I did my part. As you can see, we are here. And I know a lot of nursing students, y'all be like, oh, I look a mess, and oh, it's the struggle, baby. But we are learning a lot of information. If you are not worried about what your hair look like and all of that, you're not worrying about saving nobody's life. And if anyone around you cannot appreciate you while you got your natural look going on, we're not going to say rub, baby, because this is us. This is our hair. If you don't have that type of hair, this is your hair. And if they can't appreciate you like that, they definitely do not deserve you when you're dialed up. Look at me. I done had this hair for 3 weeks. I'm going to manage it until I feel like that I'm ready to do the next style. Don't let nobody tell you what you're supposed to be looking like. When I say choose yourself first, love yourself. Because if you don't love yourself the correct way that you're supposed to be loved, who gonna do it? The Lord love you. Have you been listening to him? Okay. So, now, we're for December. Mark 11 and 24. What does that mean? Like I said, my Bible is life. I got so much paperwork and everything, stuff in here. Like, I was trying to take it to church one time, and I'm like, no, what if I lose it? What if somebody steal it? Like, is mine. It's blessed. So we're going to Mark 11 and 24. 24. Mark Trey, y'all hearing this? Mark 11 and 24. 24. Let's be professional, okay? Okay, therefore, I say to you, whatever things you ask when you pray, believe that you receive them and you will have them. Let's read that again. Therefore, I say to you, whatever things you ask when you pray, believe that you receive them and you will have them. Mark 11 and 24. So when I study, and even if the information that the teacher is giving is kind of, I do my research and I make sure I go over everything. I go over all of my PowerPoints before class, after class. Sometimes if I'm going before, I make sure I put the lesson plan in and get that information and go over there so I can have some type of idea of what we're going over. But most times, the first thing that you go over, and once you start reading that ATI information, it has like all of the different chapters. So once you just go through that, sometimes you go to class and already be ahead of the game. And like I just go over all of my information and I'm just not just leaving it on the preceptor because it's like, it's nursing. It takes a team. Like sometimes some of the classmates it can be their strength in one area and another person's weakness. So you come together and maybe the way that the preceptor described it or gave the instructions, you couldn't understand that someone else could, or maybe Nexus nurses or simple nursing or level up RN. Maybe they can explain it better. So I go all over. I know a lot of people like, she do too much, but baby, that's why I got that answer right on the exam. Okay? Follow me. The Lord chose me for a reason because He know that I am going to get it done. And when I say lanes, baby, we in everybody lanes. Whoever wants to be a nurse, come on with it, baby, because I'm going to need a relief. And also, it don't matter. Like I said, CNA, 6 months. CMT, certified medication technician. Passing my medicine, charging, being able to do things that a nurse can do, but not getting the money for it. Okay? That boy matter. Okay, but it's levels to this. So no matter what position I didn't have, even as working agency, sometimes it wasn't no money for the CMT, but it was some CNA money on there. In the hospital, they call them PCTs. I'm gonna go get that money. And no matter what position I do, I love your work ethic. You should go back to school. If they didn't already see me right there with my laptop after my assigned duties was done, I'm gonna get it done. The last time I worked at a job, the lady, she was like, oh no, you're agency, you're not a regular. We need a regular back here. I had to look at her and tell her, baby, I charged back here doing your job multiple times. So even though I was never their aide, I can do the work because I did your work before. By the end of the night, she was, I like your work ethic. Then here where the switch up go. I'm nightlife. Everybody love to sleep. Baby, I took all of my schoolwork and everything I got done with my assigned duties. I went to the top of the hall. Everything good, clear. I'm going to stand here. It was a lock unit. I'm going to do my work, head up. I'm not talking about nobody, but I'm watching them. The nurse and the other PCT was asleep. Who comes? The DON. 3, 4 in the morning. She look at me. She hit down that hall, lights off, they sleep. Everybody sleep. Residents sleep. Clients sleep. Workers sleep. I'm the only one up. See what I'm saying? You ain't have no shifts on her for me to charge. You should have. because that's what I'm doing. She goes down there. Lights come on. She come back. This is the DON, director of nursing. She, oh, see me doing my schoolwork. What you going to school for? Keep going. And thank you for staying up and watching the floor. So when I say people are always watching, so do the right thing. I might do some bad things sometimes. I ain't sorry for it because that's what made me who I am now. And all of my toughest, hardest nurses, like, thank you for being hard on me. Anybody being hard on me, like, when your toughest preceptors, toughest supervisors, they that way for a reason. People gonna talk regardless. They gonna talk of you being nice or talk of you being mean, but at the end of the day, the job got done. Okay, so the toughest people pay attention to them. Pay attention to them because you can learn something from them. You can learn something from the nicest person too, but the ones that we don't like, pay attention to them because either you can learn when it's your time how to do it better, or you can just know what to stay away from. Either situation, take something from it, learn from it. A lot of times we just complaining, like you live in the blessing that you prayed for. Instead of complaining, just be that bright light. And nursing, nobody want to be sick. Everybody want to go home. You come in that hospital, baby. Yes. Good morning. Y'all know I'm like, good evening. I'm your student nurse, soon to be your future nurse. How can I help you? Anything that you need, let's get it done. You have to come with the positive energy. You get what you put out. Good or bad. Or it could just, when people pick flowers, they're not going for the ugly ones. They're gonna pick the prettiest ones. So sometimes when you go through things, just take it as a learned lesson. And always blossom from it, okay? We don't want to be the white flamingos. We want to be the pink flamingos. You want to flourish.